Do you know the sneaky trick that lawyers use to get you to tell the truth? It's called the loaded question.
This creator's approach to helping our children establish safe and healthy boundaries rather than saying what goes on in this house stays in this house. Did you grow up like that? I know I did. And I know what our intent is. As a mom of three, I completely understand and get the need to protect the confidentiality and the sanctity of your home by letting your children know that, hey, what we do here, this is our business, this is our safe space. Prior to me getting married, I had what I like to call a fire. It wasn't a real fire. It was just another relationship. But my daughters, two of my daughters, are not my husband's biological daughter, which means sometimes folks on the outside want to know the details about what's going on in the inside. And I want to give them permission to share what is safe, what is comfortable, without exposing things that have nothing to do with their father or anyone else. So, how do we do that? How do we establish clear, healthy boundaries with our children and with ourselves when it comes to people asking intrusive questions that ain't got nothing to do with them? First, we want to think about how do we examine our motives and their motives. Our whole goal in saying that what goes on in this house stays in this house is, hey, I want to protect what is sacred to us. I want us to be able to freely make mistakes, have joys and woes without everyone else judging or coming in and inserting input that we are not asking for. But what we're not trying to do is make this fortress that keeps you from reaching out and getting help, because sometimes we know, I'm a life coach and I see this often in my practice that women have been the victim of safe people not being safe. And because they were told what goes on in this house stays in this house, they weren't able to reach out for help. They weren't able to get the support they need. They were too traumatized to say anything. And now the effects of that are haunting them over and over again. But, ladies, if this is you, please don't judge yourself. We all can benefit from just learning the skills needed to be able to communicate and enforce boundaries that will protect us, that will help us to move forward, that will allow us to have our children to have healthy conversations with people who are inquiring. And I love this, how this guy talked about one way we can cultivate those skills. If you can relate to this, or if you just need support developing the skills to help you enforce and establish clear boundaries in your life and the life of your children, comment below. I'd love to help you.